Welcome to another video, A Walk on the Wild Side, and I am here in Blackpool and I am on the Mereside estate. Yes, it's one of two large council estates here in Blackpool, the second biggest. They don't actually call them council estates now, do they? Probably since Maggie Thatcher sold off all the council houses. They don't really call them council estates anymore. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not too sure about that, but Mereside is the second biggest. The biggest is Grange Park. It's around about 50% bigger than this one. I'm on the main road here, Langdale Road. It's after dark, as you can see. I like to do the videos after dark. So I could really do with doing a proper video on this estate. Let me know if you want me to do a video here and on the Grange Park estate. But anyway, it's not so much about the estate, it's more about social clubs. A couple of social clubs in this area. And anyway, my granddad and grandma used to live here in the sort of late 70s, early 80s. They lived on Brand Street Road, which is right up the far end. This is a road that goes, the main road that goes right through the estate. The buses go through here as well. You can actually get the bus from here all the way to Grange Park. So I'm just going past the primary school here on the main road, and yeah, they did have a bit of a reputation, didn't they, back in the olden days, council estates, but we never really saw any trouble. Like I say, my granddad and grandma lived here in the late 70s into the early 80s, and we used to come down. They used to take us to the caravan site, Martin Mere caravan site. We used to go to the arcades there. We used to love it. Granddad used to take us there all the time. So I've done a bit of growing up here on the Mereside estate, yeah, and it wasn't too bad actually. Never really saw any trouble, but they do have a bit of a reputation, don't they? No pub on this council estate as far as I'm aware, as far as what I can remember. There was a pub on the Grange Park estate, the bigger estate. It was called the Dinmore, because on Dinmore Avenue, you see, but that had a bit of a reputation. But anyway, I want to show you a couple of social clubs in this video, or where the social clubs were. And one of them, the first one we're going to look at, was the Clifton Labour Club. Yeah, it was just up here on Langdale Road. So I'm now just outside this modern church here. I think it's called the Freedom Centre now. Yeah, a bit. So there you go, a modern looking church there. And I want to show you the site of the old Clifton Labour Club, which is now itself a church. We'll just take a little look at this one first. Bushes are a bit overgrown here. That's the main entrance there. Doesn't really look like it's... Was there a doorway there? I don't know. Oh, there is a doorway. It's all boarded up. Look at that there. Oh. Now there is a bit of a club next door to this actually. Now this is in use, there's a light on. But the church itself, well, it's not really in use, is it? Look. It's all overgrown out here. They got that there, private property keep out. Probably end up being turned into, or knocked down and turned into housing or something like that. So I'll just come down from there. There is a, I think this is called the Freedom Centre. Not sure if it's connected. See that there, the Freedom Centre? That's next door. So that's the church there that we were just looking at. Not very looked after, is it? And that's the Freedom Centre there, so I think that is separate. But anyway, just over the road here, you see we've got another church, a small church, and it's called the Clifton Christian Centre and Elim Pentecostal Church. Now I'm filming this on a Sunday evening, so they're probably going to have like a Sunday service. It's quite early as well. It's before, it's around about 6 o'clock I'm filming this, so they're going to have a service at 6 o'clock. So this is where the old Clifton Labour Club used to be, right here. And it was the only Labour Club in Blackpool. And when you think about it, Blackpool in the north, how come we've only got one Labour Club? I'm just showing you some pictures on the screen now. Someone very kindly sent me some pictures that I could use. He was the guy that was in charge of the church when they took it over in about 2000. Yeah, the year 2000, because Clifton Labour Club went into, I think they went bust at the end of the 90s. So we're now looking at the Elim Clifton Christian Centre here. So it does look like there'll be some people coming in there for a service. You know, my mate Scouse Andy in the mid to late 90s, he used to always talk about this club when it was the Clifton Labour Club, and he used to say, I can't believe it's the only Labour club in Blackpool, yeah? We've got loads of Conservative clubs, but we only had one Labour club, and now we've got none. But then again, it didn't mean a lot to me because I didn't go to them anyway. But you can see from the pictures what it used to be like when it was a Labour club. And you know something else as well, there was an ex-mayor of Blackpool, mayoress should I say, Margaret Riley. She was on the committee there, yeah. Bloody hell, that was a noisy van. Yeah, so there was an ex-mayoress of Blackpool, Margaret Riley, back in, I don't know when she was mayoress, but she was on the committee there, and she was having a moan as well at one time about there being all men at this club. Now, I'm not an expert on social clubs or anything like that because I never went to them, never went to any working men's clubs or anything like that. So I'll put a link in the description to the information that I got that tells you a little bit about this club that used to be right here, Clifton Labour Club, so you can find out a bit more yourself, because I'm no expert. But yeah, it was kicking off a little bit about, you know, about there being the lack of women in these working men's clubs. Well, they were called working men's clubs, weren't they? So they were called that for a reason. So anyway, I've just come to the junction now with Clifton Road, and over the road here is a window firm called 21st Century. Now you might just be able to see the top of Blackpool Tower sticking up over the houses down there. We're on Clifton Road now, and I want to show you this place here. This is called, sorry about the noise, 21st Century Windows, and this used to be the Dainties factory. Yeah, the massive Dainties confectioners was right here, yeah. And a lot of the people that worked at Dainties will have gone to Clifton Labour Club. So there you go, it was a massive employer in Blackpool, and that was right there. Dainties, who remembers Dainties? There you go, it's now a window. It looks quite fancy actually, doesn't it? All modern there. I used to actually work with one of the family members of Dainties. They were called Kit, K-I-T-T, you know, like Knight Rider. So I used to work with one of them. But yeah, there you go, Dainties. Massive factory here in Blackpool. I'll tell you what, the thing about Blackpool is a lot of people don't realise there's a lot of industry here in Blackpool. That's a slightly better view of Blackpool Tower. We can just about see it in the distance, so you know you're in Blackpool. Even though it doesn't really look like it. We're in a bit of an industrial area here by the Mereside estate. We're looking at Smith's Equipment Hire over there. There's another house here. That used to be Turnside. It's now Filed Coast Runners. And that used to be like, it looks like an old farmhouse, doesn't it? Yeah. I tell you what, this road here is double busy, Clifton Road. And what I want to do is I'm going to take you to another site of a former social club. It's off there's a little road here called Lee Road that just comes off this road. And it was called the Cass Club or the Cassidy Club. And it's another social club. And I think it was possibly named after the toy factory, Cassidy, Caston Toys or something. I'm not too sure about that. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, but we'll take a look down there. Now this club was, I went there, it was my mate Scouse Andy that told me about it. Yeah, he took us down there once, and my God, it was a bit of an eye-opener, I can tell you that much. Check this out, we've got trees on this road. Look at this one here, that's a pretty old looking tree, that. There. So over here we've got more units over here. Very, very industrial, like I said. There's another road over there that goes to the right. You see that's called Cornford Road. And it's pretty big. It's a pretty big industrial estate on this part of Blackpool. We're right on the southeast of Blackpool. So if you're coming into Blackpool on the M55, this is the first part of Blackpool you get to. But we're going to head to a road just up here called Lee Road on the right-hand side, just up here. There's a place over there called Volk Service. specialise in VW. And on my left hand side we've got Gilbert's. Not really sure what Gilbert's do. UPVC or something like that. They've got another place just over there. Looks like more like an office, that over there, Gilbert's. It's absolutely massive, honestly. You know, a lot of people would be very surprised to see just how much industry there is in Blackpool. You don't realise, a lot of people probably think, oh, we just rely on the tourist industry. Well, I think they'd be surprised, you know. I'll tell you what, it's lit up like Blackpool Illuminations round here. Look at this place here, look, CTI, Creative Technical Installations. Very fancy. Okay, I've made it to Lee Road, we've got the sign there. And by the way, if you carry on up that road that way, you get to the big Tesco's and you also get to the police station. The new police station is just up there, about a quarter of a mile away. Something like that. And you've also got the signs for the motorway. If you turn right just up there at the roundabout, you're on the motorway. Heading out of Blackpool. But we're going to take a look down here. Lee Road. It's not a very big road actually. And there are actually some houses on it, look. Got some houses down here. And this is where the other social club was, just down here. That my mate Scouse Sandy took me to once. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. Some interesting characters in there. And I don't think it was that far down actually. Got a massive warehouse on the left hand side, Chelston. Yeah, so we've got a few houses down here as well. But you see this building over here on the right hand side? I believe that this is where it was, you know. I might be wrong. And if anyone knows, let me know in the comments if you know anything about either of these two social clubs, the Clifton Labour Club and the Cassy Club. And just next door to that, you see that massive big warehouse over here. This is Casden's Toys. Yeah, it is huge. Oh, look at this. And by the way, this road is oof, it's getting a bit spooky, folks. It's getting really dark. I think it must come to a dead end. What do you think? Shall we go down and have a look? But anyway, we'll just have a quick look at this place here. Look at that there, look. It is massive. Casden's. So I'm just making my way down this road now. It looks like it comes to a dead end down here. I tell you what, it's a little bit eerie down here. This is not the sort of place where I would advise a woman to come down on her own. Definitely not. It does feel a little bit eerie down here, yes. I think we're just getting to the end now. I think we've reached the end of the road, folks. Got a lot of pallets there. Got a massive yard here. There might even be a house in there, you know. Looks a bit like a house in there. But that's about as far as we can go down Lee Road. There you go. So that was a little look at the sites of two former social clubs here in Blackpool. Not very well known about, I don't think, and I don't know a whole lot myself. I'm just telling you where they used to be, and I'll put a little bit of info in the description if I can find it, to a little bit more information on Clifton Labour Club. When you think about it, we're in the north, aren't we? And you think we'd have more Labour clubs. And actually, we've got nothing but con clubs or conservative clubs. Yeah, isn't it really weird, that? But there you go. What do you think to this video? Let me know in the comments. A little night walk, nothing wrong with a bit of walking around in the dark, is to make it a bit more atmospheric. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.